All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught me this truth. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, the Yakim and the Akwaf scattered around the four corners of the planet Earth that have returned to the obedience of the scriptures. All right. And I'll entitle this lesson, Not Everything is Supposed to Be Fixed. All right. Not everything is supposed to be fixed. All right. And the inspiration for this lesson was essentially from, you know, really a work situation, all right, dealing with a particular Edomite, right? And I'm without getting into the nitty gritty, essentially, you'll be at work or you'll be at the grocery store or you'll be, wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? And you come to the realization that there are some spirits, there are some people, right? There are entities that are created, right, just to bring hell, right? Just to bring stress, all right, just to bring strife and negative things to the planet Earth. All right. And we know that to be true because, you know, we understand that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is a balanced power. All right. And matter of fact, we'll start right there. We'll get that in Proverbs 11:1. Bear with me. My laptop is just a little slow. The battery's a little low, but it's charging. But this is Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 1. All right, and it reads, it says, a false abomination, or excuse me, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. All right, so the Lord is a perfectly balanced power. All right, and it tells you in the book of Sirach, how the Lord created everything in twos. So when it comes to looking at anything, there's a certain level of duality. You got the good, you got the bad, right? You got right, left, up, down, okay, so on and so forth. All right. And when we're in the flesh, especially as men, you know, your natural inclination is to want to fix everything. Your natural inclination is to want to solve, every problem that is presented unto you. All right. But really, through the spirit, you do what you can. But at the same time, Yahweh Bashem Shai wants us to feel it. The Yahweh Bashem Shai wants us to feel it. Not everything is going to be a quick fix. Not everything is going to be, you know, read a couple, read some scriptures. All right. And then, the Lord take a particular ailment away or a particular, nuisance away. That's why the scriptures talk about patience. All right, talk about patience, and let's get. A matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. All right, and I had a few precepts lined up, but I want to just get these ones that I'm mentioning through the Spirit as well. Let me go to James 1, right? Because the scriptures talk about letting patience have its perfect work. All right, and patience is it's a soft skill. All right, patience, you know, having patience ain't like having big muscles, having big triceps, or you being super deep, right? You're able to get super deep into the breakdowns and super surgical with the scriptures on the highways and byways, right? That's cool, right? But really through the Spirit in this ministry, we're developing a lot of soft skills, skills that you can't actually detect with the naked eye, with carnal eyes. It takes spiritual eyes to really analyze, the elders, the apostles, the brothers in your respective camp. It takes spiritual eyes to see a lot of the skill sets and a lot of the things that brothers are bringing to the table. And the Lord talked about that, when Samuel anointed David. When Samuel anointed David, he basically, the Spirit was on him. The Lord put the Spirit on Samuel, on Samuel to, not pay attention to the outer man, but pay attention to the inward man. All right. And David's inward man, is the man that ended up, conquering Goliath through faith. All right. So let me go to James 1 real quick. This is James chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. All right, which is a complete cut on replacement theology. Right, James, all right, was giving a direct. This letter is directed towards the scattered Israelites. All right, of the diaspora. Same thing with 1 Peter 1 and 1. Same thing with all of Paul's epistles. All right, the Lord is only dealing with the Israelites. Verse 2, it says, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. Right, you're supposed to count it joy. Right, because really, the Lord is sharpening us up through the hell. All right, the Lord is sharpening us up through the particular, situations that we're going through. And a matter of fact, King Solomon actually talked about that as well. Let me pull this real quick, and then I'm gonna jump back to James. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 1 or verse 2. It says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to heart. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Right. So, a lot of the men of the Lord, like for example, the scriptures talk about how Yahushua was a man of sorrows, right? A very austere man. Right. But when you analyze a lot of the men of the Lord in these times, right, they're also of that, melancholy, austere, spirit, because really there's so much wrong. All right. The entire planet Earth is out of course. Everything is off. Everything is upside down. Everything is jacked up. All right. So really, when you get into that spirit of, just examining it all, you have to be careful that you don't let that get to you. You can't let it get to you, because ultimately we know that Yahushua is getting ready to come and, restore the entire planet Earth. It talks about that in Acts, the 3rd chapter, but let me finish that out in Ecclesiastes. I'm going to read verse 3 again. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Right. Because when you're in that state, when you're in the spirit of, solemnness, when you're in the spirit of sorrow, that's typically when, you're the most creative. That's typically when you're the most obedient. That's why the scriptures talk about how the Lord is nigh to them that are of a contrite, heart, a contrite spirit, roughly paraphrasing. A lot of times it takes the Lord putting you in a particular jam or in a particular situation for you to hear him and see him clearly. Now, through the spirit, we want to get to the point to where the Lord don't got to do that, but you're going to go through things, So let me finish this out in James 1. It says, James 1 and 4, or verse 3, James 1 and 3, it says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Right? The trying of your faith worketh patience. All right. And patience is a valuable skill. All right. Patience is an extremely valuable skill that has become, really rare in today's society, especially great. Everything is instant gratification. Everything is now. Everything is, you get it when you want it, right? Shortcuts. But this history, it's long, like when invest particular investment that is going to hit, right? It's going to pay off, but the price at the moment might not reflect, what is going to be worth in the kingdom. That's kind of like the scriptures talk about, buy the truth and sell it not. The truth is the same way. The truth is an investment. All right. The truth is an investment, and you have to have the patience, okay, to actually hold on to your stock. But know, if you're the issue, the problem, you know, really, the Lord is working on you. The Lord is working on you, and you have to have patience so that that struggle will play all the way out. All right, because once you realize that really the Lord is just molding the world, when you realize that the Lord is just letting you like shape you, then you don't have anything anymore. Then you're not down, right? You're not down, you're not, you just begin to accept, transformation. Man.